This is a financial war. It is not a war. It's not like get out of Vietnam, which all respect to those demonstrations. They taught us how to do stuff. This is not, this is all under this is civil rights, get out of the war and all those things. Women's suffrage and all those things are all included here. But this is not, the tricky thing is this is not about one thing. Because the economy is in our lives, and it's in every aspect of our lives. It's not just one thing. It's every time you open some piece of mail on your kitchen table, you're getting robbed. And there's no one to talk to, and there's no one to call. Because corporation, the word corpo is Latin for body. And that's a system. It says talk to the finger, talk to the toe, talk to the nipple, talk to the butt, there's no head there. So when people are asking us for a message and they're getting impatient, they want to know, who are you fighting and what is your message? The message is, basically, we need constitutional amendment about legal personality, which is a classification designated by our government that corporations have the rights of people. Okay? And we can trace this back to slavery. When emancipation happened, corporations that own human beings said, oh, well, if we're not a corporate, maybe we could flip this. If we're not doing corporate people anymore, and they're not property, maybe we could be, by the same avenue, go the other way and say, maybe we're people. Maybe we can get some of those rights. So, corporations can be sued. They can be brought to task in many ways. They can be punished punitively in many ways. But they have a lot of money. And now, more than ever in the history of this world, they have, this is the 1%. It's not a Wall Street guy working over here. He's not the enemy. He's also a worker. It's really about the top 1%, corporations that we all know who they are. They have legal personality. They cannot do time. If I break the law on the street, I can do time. Anyone here can be arrested. So they can be sued. They can be whatever you want. They can have a whole bunch of recourse that happens to them, but they just throw money at it and they're like, done. So why would they stop stealing pensions? Why would they not take $7.3 trillion out of American money? Hard-working people that built this country. These people, we built this country. My grandfather was a police officer. Okay? I am a lifelong union member. I was a dock builder, and now I am actually in SAG because I play psychos in movies sometimes. But the idea is, unionism and the protection of a working wage is of most importance because most of this country are working people. Not rich people and not destitute people, but working people. We need to draft and draft from both sides and get it equalized. It wouldn't be America if we didn't push the envelope, even Wall Street. Capitalism made a lot of great things happen. So this is not against capitalism, it's not against rich folks. It's about leveling the playing field. And there's no other recourse, because anyone we vote for, Goldman Sachs is on their staff. So we're done. We have nowhere else to go. So it's very basic. Legal personality means a corporation cannot do time or be punished criminally if they break the law and violate our Constitution. So we need to get a law on some level that says, no, you have broken the law and there is a person to answer for it, and watch how fast your mail changes. Watch how fast things change in your life. Because it can't go on like this. All the money from the working class of this country is being drafted up by fees, by every little thing. Fees. You saw what Bank of America did with that little, right? Watch how fast they backed the F up when everyone just went. And plus this draft, the draft of OWS, plus the history of unions in this country. What we're doing at Zuccotti Park is just like how unions started. All right? You show up, you say no, you see all the inflatable rats. That's great. But that's a shadow of the real story. The real story is people put their lives on the line. They go out on the street and they say, yo, we had enough. We're done. Voting doesn't work. No matter how much I pay double on my debt, I can't get out of debt. We're all caught in a draft. We're all caught in a cycle. The only way to get out of a cycle is to destroy it with an irrational act of passion. As long as you do it with respect, and you do it with safety, and you do it with love for your fellow country people, you will succeed. But we have to remember how unions started. It didn't just get handed to you by your father. People went out on the street and they did stuff. They stopped jobs from happening. Sometimes they took pretty... You see some kids down at Zuccotti Park, they might do something little nuts here and there, but That's nothing compared to the riots that were going on in this country, in this city, when we try to protect the living wage. All right? By Irish, by Italian, by Germans, by blacks, by everybody. All right? So this is beyond race. This is beyond sex issues. This is beyond all that stuff. This is straight to Wall Street. So we don't get bogged down in left or right. We don't get bogged down. We don't get cornered into a thing where it's like, oh, Michael Moore is representing us. No. We're just people. And that's it. And unions are people. It's not just a union. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. You have just the same strong voice. That's what the union is about. So it's really the same thing. It's just at a very beginning stage. And it's about financial results. It's about laws that protect Americans, which will protect the world in the long run. Because America is the place in the world at this time in history where people are saying, what do we do now? America has been leading, all right? And we have to do it right. We can't just do it the way we've been doing it. So now that everything's global, if we change things on Wall Street legally, we change things in the world for the better. And we don't have to do all this cloak and dagger crap that we're getting known for around the world. Unions have a huge part to play in that. In fact, a massive part to play in it. And if we don't work together, it's not going to happen. We need unions.
Thank you.